Good afternoon, it is Wednesday, my dudes, which means it's time for another buyer's guide. Starting off with MSI, the special is still going on the Evetech store at the moment. Everything you need to know is on this page, and then they do have a microsite if you want to be able to calculate what you're going to get based on what you're buying. And then Evetech has shortlisted all of the qualifying products, so you don't need to look any further. In some more good news, there's actual graphics card stock on the Evetech store. Mid-range is still ludicrously expensive compared to what it normally is. Unfortunately, that's just going to be a supply and demand issue, but honestly, mid-range and high-end is looking kind of okay. The prices that I'm seeing here are pretty like almost normal in a way, just kind of sick. And yeah, you can get a 6700X TOC for 17k, which is actually not too bad. But starting off with the top 10 at number 10, I've thrown in the Evetech Splash Mousepad. I use this exact puppy when I do reviews and stuff now, and I'm using it as like a little backing thing. It's got really nice colors and stuff on it, and these are super thick. They're proper 5mm thickness, and the braided edges and speed cloth on top. Like, it's really nice, and it's proper rubber as well. You can smell it when you take it out of the box. At number 9, I had to throw in this Razer DeathAdder Mini because it's like actually pretty damn well spec. For $700 I couldn't see something that was better. It's extremely light as well, better for the people with smaller hands, and 300 IPS and a 35G acceleration is not bad by any measure. It should actually be pretty fine for, like, I would say 95% of gamers. If you're looking for the top of performance, then this is not the one for you. But if you're looking for something that's very good, like bang for buck, and something that you can feasibly scale on relatively well, then this would be a Top Gear top or turbocharged tech top tip. At number 8, I had to throw in the Razer Huntsman because this is normally quite expensive, and I really like these optical switches. And there's a review from your boy, not with the same switches. I had greens, if I remember correctly, but these purple switches are like pretty sick. They basically are a trigger button, like on the bottom of an Xbox controller, for instance. Every button is a full trigger button like that, and it's got like acceleration and everything built into it. You can do a whole bunch of things and different levels of actuation. You can do different levels of macros and stuff. It's like stupidly customizable, and 2-year warranty. $2,000 for this keyboard is really not that bad. At number 7, it's my pick of the mid-tower chassis at the moment. It doesn't have the best GPU support, this MX410, but the stock kit that it comes with is absolutely disgusting. As you'll see, you can only do a 270mm with the radiator up front. I did build into it with Gaming X 1066 gigs, and they fit pretty damn well. But yeah, when the clients then upgraded to 3070s, then it became a bit of an issue in there. But other than that, like, it's a really well spec'd out case. If the GPU length is not an issue for you and you're going for something like in the mid-range, like 1660, even like 3060, it should fit quite comfortably in here. But like I say, that base layout and the airflow, because you get the 3 fans up front and 1 at the back, you literally need add in 2 and you're done there. Running out the top half at number 6, it's good old LG 144. It's still the best 144, like a price versus performance wise. It doesn't have a periscope neck or anything fancy like that on it. So no frills, no fuss. Slap it on the desk and go to town. It's a TN panel as well, so the pixel timing is pretty sharp. So smearing and that sort of stuff compared to IPS and VA is just not really a thing. And then that's still backed up by a good old 3-year LG warranty. At number 5, it's a great way to take your racing sim to the next level. The Velocità I have reviewed. I will ask the guys to try and get it linked on the product page, as it should be. But I have reviewed this thing, and I've used it extensively. I've actually still got it here for the studio and stuff, for testing other peripherals and stuff on it. And for 3,200 Rand, it's like kind of brilliant. So your chair actually fits into the frame itself. You take 2 of the wheels out, and then you can put them in, and it does come with different sized pins. The default one, which I think is 1/4 inch or something like that, it's 11mm or something like that. It is a very default size. I did manage to use a different chair on it from my Arozzi, but I have used this thing and it's super sick. Like I've used it a lot actually, and for 3,000 Rand to basically turn your normal chair which you already own into a sim chair is like really cool, because play seats and stuff are upwards of like 9 grand, so this is a third of the price, and you can still get a full racing sim setup even with your gear lever changer. If you actually have a gear set, then you can put it on the little stand there. This is everything's like adjustable. You can see the kind of idea where it like moves back and forward and stuff. I really like this product. It's very underrated. At number 4, it's upgrade kit time. This is a bit more of a premium one. It just stuck out to me because the overall value is pretty damn good here. You get a Z590 plus Wi-Fi, which I just love the new tough motherboards. Just look at it. Look at how it looks. It's absolutely fantastic. That's the M.2 cooling. I mean, just relax, Asus. Okay, we don't want the case to give us free leg day training, or like the PC to give us. I mean, this motherboard is like, it's disgusting. The spec and everything on tough right now is just so good. 11900F, yes, it's not the best one ever, but this is still a really good processor because they've decreased that TDP onto the newer generation, so it's a lot easier to keep cool. And because it's an F, it's not a K series processor, you can't overclock anything, so this is just a slap in and go kind of processor. Decent RAM setup with the 16 gig of 3200 megahertz. It might be one stick instead of two 8 gigs. Just double confirm with the guys when you are purchasing on that, so you don't get disappointed and expect dual channel or something like that. But just the motherboard, I'm just coming back to that, it's got everything you need. Like port setup wise, oh, here we go, the much better picture. These are 3s, these are 3.1s, these are 3.2s, type C, HDMI display port, so if you want to convert it to like a media center PC later, you can, because it's got Wi-Fi 6 built into it as well, and then a proper sound card with an optical out. So this motherboard is like gaming and multimedia and like a mini server. Wherever you want to position it, it can fulfill that role. Like, just really nicely set up. All of that for 12,600 bucks with a 3-year warranty. Seems like a pretty good deal. At number 3, it's my own Archer C80 AC1900 with a review once again from your boy. This thing, bang for buck wise, has been incredibly good. They're normally about 1.5, so to see it at 1.1 is like a very aggressive price. And if you're using like a normal in-spec rubbish Wi-Fi and you upgrade to this, you're gonna have a really good time. The 5 gigahertz channel on this is so strong, it's kind of crazy. Normally 5 gigahertz doesn't go through walls and stuff quite as well as the 2.4, but I've had absolutely no issues with that. And it goes up to 1300 megahertz on that, or 1300 megabits at least on the 5 gigahertz band, which is, if you're keeping track, 300 megabits faster than gigabit fiber would be. It's got MIMO, it's got like everything, and this thing runs incredibly well. I've been using it now for over a year on various networks, and it's been pretty much the best part of most of my networks. Thanks, Afriwest. At number 2, it's another upgrade kit, but this one's extremely high value. Z490p, 10400F, and 16 gigs of 3200 megahertz RAM. Once again, this 10400F, I just love this little processor. It runs on the tears of baby seals. It just sips there at the power socket, just a little, nothing over the board. Very easy to keep cool, runs like a dream. Plug in and play, don't have to touch anything. The Z490p does give you some upgrade in the future as well, which is very nice. Port setup as well, very similar to like the Tough series and stuff. You can see a couple of things are missing comparatively to that, but at the price point, at 6 grand, 6.5k for this with a 3-year warranty. The processor is normally 3,500-ish by itself, so for 3 grand you're getting 16 gigs of good RAM plus like a motherboard. So it's like this, it's like 1,000 and 2,000 rand that you're paying. So upgrade kit value, extremely good once again. And finally, the deal of the week, as selected by your boy, it's got to be the Razer Ultimate Wireless, because most mice in this price bracket are upwards of 2,000 rand. And having used this puppy, it's kind of disgusting. The weight, everything is really nice. The shape is fantastic. The size is fantastic. It's got the ability to switch between cable and the little dongle and everything that it comes with on the fly. Like, the switches feel pretty good. Like, I did like this mouse. I would honestly, there's not much to change here. I do think that the 8000 hertz polling rate is a little bit over the top. It wasn't really needed. It's about the only thing that you're not really going to benefit from that much, if I'm very honest. But everything else on this is like very, very nice. Anyway, that is all I have for you in this top 10 video. If you have enjoyed it, please do hit us up with a like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.